from the US leaders' debate to the UK, where Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Sir Keir Starmer went head-to-head over tax, immigration, gender and Brexit in their final debate before next week's general election. Joining me now is Sky News contributor Emily Carver. Emily, great to see you as always. So a week to go. Who came out of the debate with a win?
Well, according to a Snap poll after the debate, it was a score draw. But I guess that counts as rather a big success for Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister at this point, because he is, of course, still 20 points behind Labour in the polls. So it was almost pointless. It was almost a pointless exercise at this stage. But for me, it finally, and frustratingly too, looked like Rishi Sunak was actually trying. He pushed back. He backed Starmer into a corner when it came to illegal migration. He exposed his lack of a plan on that issue. He was strong on welfare. He was strong on tax. But where has that Rishi Sunak been? He's been so lackluster. He's looked as though he doesn't care anymore. He's looked like he's given up. He left the D-Day commemorations early. And now suddenly he has a bit of fire in his belly when it's far too late for him to do anything. And we're heading towards an absolutely massive landslide victory for the Labour Party. And, it's just a little too late for this kind of sudden sense of a strength of feeling around this. A little bit too late.
A renewed vigour with only days left to go in the campaign. It's just absolutely bizarre. He's left it till this 11th hour to try and come through with something. Very bizarre. Looking forward to following the UK election. Now, let's talk about the Royals, because Prince Harry, he's back at it again in another emotional interview about his so-called struggles in life. Emily, what has he had to say now?
Yes, so Prince Harry, he likes talking about his feelings. He likes opening up about his grief, and he's done so in a rather emotional conversation with a military charity called Scotty's Little Soldiers, which he is very much involved with. He spoke about how children shouldn't suppress their emotions. Of course, he was referring to his own mother's death and his own experience. Now, of course, we've heard a lot from Prince Harry about his own personal demons, about what he's gone through as a child, a young adult, and now an older man and father, not least in his book Spare, of course, and on Netflix. But this time he did concentrate mostly on what the charity is there to do. So perhaps Prince Harry is realizing that it's not all about him. And he seems to be working a little more like a member of the royal family these days. Perhaps he misses his working duties.
Yeah, maybe the trip back to the UK earlier this year has made him realise what he's actually missing out on in life. Now, Meghan Markle has always, as we know, had quite a complex relationship with her father, but it seems now, Emily, there's zero hope of any reconciliation. What's happened now?
Yeah, this is just such a sad story now. She hasn't seen her father in person since she got married, since before she got married, actually, all the way back in 2018. Thomas, her father, has repeatedly begged her to allow him to meet his own grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet. But it does, at this point, so many years on, look as though it is just completely over between them. And I think that's pretty sad. I don't know if it's because she's just so embarrassed by her family, by her dad's side of the family. I don't know if it's because she's got no use for them in her new life. I don't know if it's because she's still furious over how her father interacted with the media. He has, of course, accused her of not caring about his health. But you know what? It's clear her father has made some mistakes with how he's dealt with the media. He has perhaps spoken too much, but surely every grandchild deserves to meet their grandfather at least once.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree. Now, look, this is funny because tourists are told countless times not to stand too close to a Kingsguard horse outside Buckingham Palace. I mean, there are clear signs saying beware, yet one woman, well, she must have missed the warnings. This is what happened. Honestly, Emily, I've really never understood how daft tourists are when it comes to the Kingsguard horse. It's not that hard.
mean, I shouldn't laugh because it's actually quite stressful for the horse. And of course, the man riding the horse, sat upon the horse there. But we see so much of this now in Whitehall, in central London. It's as if people simply do not know how to behave. But you have to be a moron to ignore all the signs and think that you are going to be special, that you're not going to irritate the horse, that you can stand as close as you like. People often even try and touch the horse. They try and get in its way. They try to make jokes. They try to take selfies. I mean, people just need to wind their necks in and just, learn how to behave, in my view. Not to sound too puritanical.
No, I completely agree. They just need to calm down. Seriously, follow instructions. It's not that hard. Emily Carver, good to see you as always. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.